Hello and welcome. I'm Craig Harrington, and today's topic is a new global currency. When the Group of 20 meets in London on April 2nd, it will be presented with a bold new idea from one of its most outlandish members, China. The governor of the People's Bank of China, Zhou Zhaoshan, has called upon the global community to replace the dollar with a more stable international currency. In particular, Zhaoshan has called upon the Washington, D.C.-based International Monetary Fund to provide the framework for this new currency. The IMF is an organization made of 185 members, and it already has its own special currency called a special drawing right, or SDR. SDRs are a basket currency, and they're so called because they're backed up by a group of national currencies. Under the current allotment, one SDR is 44% US dollar, 34% euro, 11% Japanese yen, and 11% pound sterling. The SDR is meant to be a replacement for precious metals as a means of international exchange because it reduces the logistical difficulties of shipping gold and silver to a mere accounting transaction. But in the past several decades, it has become more than just a replacement for gold and silver. It has become a sort of international currency. And according to Governor Zhaoshan and many others, a renewed SDR should be used as an international currency standard. In his eyes, the dollar is too volatile, and the euro is too regionally defined. A true international currency will be supported by all of the major economies. He wishes to expand the SDR to include not just the dollar, euro, pound, and yen, but also China's yuan and perhaps the Indian rupee, the Brazilian real, the Russian ruble, and others. The current international system is largely denominated in dollars, which makes many commodities, especially oil, subject to the dollar's fluctuations. Governor Zhaoshan believes it's unfair to have the world subject to the fiscal mismanagement of the United States. The plan has been rebuffed by the US and by the European Union, which prefers its own euro as the new international standard. But the fact that China would bring up the topic in discourse says a lot about the state of the world economy. The Chinese have roughly $1 trillion locked into the United States Treasury, and they would prefer to not lose everything if the dollar were to collapse. If they were given the option of converting their dollars into new SDRs, there would be very little worry of a fiscal collapse, even one as significant as the United States, because their SDRs will be backed by so many other investors. This is the first time that a developed nation has spoken publicly in favor of the SDR or other international basket currency. There is little political momentum among many states to officially announce that their money doesn't count, and it is instead just part of a bigger system dictated by outsiders. The dollar has been put in this situation by our own mismanagement and poor leadership, but the last thing the US needs is to have its currency supplanted. An IMF-based currency would not solve America's problems or help our economy recover. If anything, it would expedite the loss of jobs and manufacturing capacity, which we have already seen in the United States. It would also make investors less likely to put their money into the American economy, because the benefits of holding dollars would be diminished. The reason the Chinese want to replace their dollars with SDRs is because they want to dump their dollars. Regardless, the Chinese hope to debase the American currency. If we were to accept this new SDR format, all we would be doing is giving them the mode through which they can destroy the American dollar. The United States must face tough choices, because the rapid ascent of China could mean that our country quickly shifts from ignoring concerns, as it is now, to taking orders, as could be the case in the future. On behalf of concerned citizens, I'm Craig Harrington. For more on this and other related topics, please log on to economyandcrisis.org.
Wake up, America! Open up your eyes! Wake up, America! Wake up!
Produced by economyandcrisis.org.